Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I am working on some photos from Christchurch in Dublin, from the exterior obviously. I've got a full 6x8 photo and then I've got a 3x8 insert over here. This pocket is empty, so I'm going to need to either find a card or build a card to go in there. I do have some room to put an embellishment here or stamp, and then over here I want to do some kind of an embellishment cluster, but I'm not sure what all that entails. I do have one thing I'm thinking about using, and it's this little chipboard piece. It came in this pack. The name's kind of covered up, but it's from Ellie's Studio. It came with all of these, and I like the idea of using this one up here and then layering some items above it somehow. But again, I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. I do have this bright green here, so if I could match some embellishments to that, that would be great. And then over here, I'm thinking green as well, at least as an accent for this pocket card, but I'm not really sure what I have that will fit that description, but we'll see how it goes. I have gone through some pocket cards already, and I have some that are green, but they're not the right green. Those are not what I'm looking for. So I think I may have to go into the Project Life app and look to see if there's anything on there that I could use. The color may be a challenge. I may end up just having to go with some kind of a tan or brown or something too, just to be neutral, or even gray, not sure. But in the meantime, I did find these in my stash of stuff for Dublin, and these two are a pretty good match there. So I may put one up here. I could potentially put another one over here. Like I could switch these even actually, might be better. Well, no, because then all the green would be down here. No, I'll have to think about that, because if I have one up here, ooh, maybe I could put one here. I'm not sure, but the idea is there that I have it and it's the right color. I'm going to go look through all of my travel stickers and things just to find anything else that might be more in this shade of green. So I went into the Project Life app and I actually did find two cards that I thought might work here. I printed this one, which it's not a perfect green, but it's closer than what I had. And when you put it over here, it looks pretty good. And I like that it says remember. Pretty generic, but it works. So I'm certainly considering that. It's a strong contender. But then I also found this one. I love the green in there. It's pretty close, but I also like the other colors, especially the yellow and the blue. I do have blue sky going. Yellow would just be a nice offset color. When I put it here, it looks a little wild though. So I'm not quite sure that I want to commit to that. But when I look at that and then put this one back, this feels boring. So if I were to use that, I'd have to liven it up with something. If it were you, which one would you do? I just don't know. The person who loves color is going to go with this one, and I do love color. But the person who wants to ensure it's going to match is going to go with this one. I don't know. I think maybe I'll just leave them both here, and I'll go through my stuff of embellishments and find out what do I have that might work with this and therefore tone it down a little if I work it in over here. Or if I use this one, you know, what could I use to liven it up? Maybe it'll be the embellishments that make the decision. All right, I think I'm going to be brave and use this card, because when I was looking through my stash of stuff, I have a bunch of things that are all geotags. I found in this one, there's a yellow that's a nice match there. Plus I have this one, which actually has some polka dots on it, which is extra fun. And when I put it over here, I do like the contrast that gives, so that everything is not just brown, gray, or green. So I definitely want to incorporate that. So now I just have to figure out what else can I cluster here that works in these colors. I didn't really look at anything in this red or orange, but I do have red and orange geotags on here as well, and those colors are perhaps a little bit easier to find in some of my other stickers and embellishments. So I think I'm gonna go back in there and just see what else is floating around. I decided to go into my phrases and I pulled out a bunch of different colors, and I was thinking yellow, but actually I found something more in pink that I liked better than the yellow. So I think it matches this pretty well in here. I'm going to use that, and then I think I'm going to use a yellow geotag. That might be all I do up there, because it does give me 3 items, and then I can work in something else down here or even on this photo. I'm not sure, but at least I know that I've got my cluster started that's going on the big photo. All right, I attached the wood veneer, the phrase, and the geotag, and I think after doing it, I actually want to take my handy dandy trusty chestnut roan ink that I've had forever and just do a little bit of smudging on top of this to rough it up a little bit, because this is very old. You can kind of tell by looking at the bricks and things, and this just looks a little too polished or something, like it's not grungy enough. So I think I'll do that next, and then I'll decide where to go from there. I've done my stamping there, and I think it's just enough just to rough it up a little bit, and I love the way that looks. Now, while I figure out what to do next, I think I'm going to put away a lot of these phrases just to get my desk a little bit cleaner, get those out of the way, and then I'll move on. Before I cleaned up all of my pink phrases, I did find this one, and I figured that's generic enough, I can use it. And I think what I'm going to do is probably put it right here in this empty space, because I didn't know what I was really going to do with that. And then I thought, well, what if I put like an arrow pointing up or to the side or something? And so I pulled out my little chevrons here, and I do have a yellow. It's pretty bright, but I might be able to get away with it. I also have a red. That's not the same, that probably wouldn't work. Ooh, but maybe gray even. So I have two options there. And then whatever's in here, I didn't look through these yet, but I've got some of that kind of more lime green. I don't know if there's any yellow, but I'll look through it and see what I find. I have attached the other pink phrase here, and then as I was looking at this one, I decided to put a mini staple in there just for visual interest, and I like that. So then I'm going to do this to match, but not on the top. I'm going to do it on the sides. So I'm just going to go about halfway up. Yeah, like that. And they're not even, but I don't care when I do those. They're just little extra things anyway. So I have that, and then I think I'm going to do the yellow one. The gray I feel like brings it down, and I want that color factor up since I've chosen to use this card. So I think maybe just place it right there. Won't press it down too hard in case I don't like it. Let's see that. Maybe a little bit more, oops, down like so. Now I feel like that's too close. That's about where I had it before, I think. Maybe I'll just go with that. Quit messing with it and stick it down, right? I couldn't decide what to do, if anything, with this photo, so I decided to go through my pile again, and I found this. Pretty as a picture, same color as these, same style, and I think I'm actually going to put it right down here. There is more dead space in the sky, but I like the blue. It feels like it continues then over these two, so I think I'm just going to attach that there and probably be done. All right, I added that in, put a little staple in there, and that's it. I think I'm done. So I didn't end up using these or this card or these, but those are all things I can save for another layout, so that's okay. And I like how the color all came together in the end. I wasn't sure at first, but now I'm really loving this card, and I'm glad I chose that one. Here's another one done for Dublin. Thanks for watching.